Hi, welcome to the first episode of Minecraft Mysteries, where I paper try and solve the biggest Minecraft unsolved mysteries.
And I, Boons, try to rat out paper for her absolute bull.
Well, today we're going to be trying to solve why we cannot craft chainmail. And I want to first ask you, why do you think we cannot craft chainmail?
I think the only reason that we can't craft chainmail is just, I don't know. I guess it's one of those unique sets of armor, just like gold. Because, I mean, you wouldn't really use it just because gold is such like a useless ore when it comes to crafting things such as armor and tools. And it's wasted fairly fastly unless you enchant it. The same thing with chainmail. And plus chainmail is, according to the actual game, you can only find on monsters or mobs.
Okay, and I want to ask you, if we could craft it, how you think that would be done?
Not sure, probably with maybe iron, but obviously you would use iron to make iron armor, and I wouldn't really see the point. Maybe it would use up less iron, just because chainmail versus iron armor. Obviously, you would choose iron over chainmail, just because it's such a greater and more useful set of armor. But I can't really think of any other ores that you could actually use for chainmail. But I think if you had to choose and like really think about it and how you would incorporate chainmail to be craftable in the game, you would probably use less iron to make chainmail versus when it comes to the actual iron armor, just so it could be like a quick and easy armor, even though you could probably use leather much more faster. But I just think chainmail is kind of useless, and iron armor is superior. Changed my mind.
Well, we'll save that for a different podcast, because I have some facts, and I'm going to lay down the facts for you. And at any time you think I'm wrong, interrupt me, because even if I'm in the middle of the sentence, because I like that.
Okay.
So my first question was, what is chainmail made of? And basically it's just metal sewn together in really small rings to make armor. And so I wondered what metal is made out of. And it's typically made out of steel. But the thing I was thinking is there's no steel in Minecraft. But when I started thinking even more, I thought of flint and steel. And so when I was thinking that Minecraft is acknowledging the existence of steel, yet it won't let us make chainmail armor.
However, isn't steel and iron basically the same thing because you use iron to create flint and steel?
Exactly, and that's what I'm getting to next. I was thinking that steel is an alloy comprising of iron and carbon, and coal is mostly composed out of carbon. So, where does steel come into the crafting? That's what I'm trying to answer. I think that you cannot just make 8 iron pieces, since it's basically steel, to make a chain chestplate, because that's already an iron chestplate. But what if you put the coal into the last slot, and that just makes a chain chestplate? What do you think?
Yes, and I also think no, because one, it's a little bit of waste of resource, just because you need that coal to smelt that iron so you can actually get more iron. And I just feel like when it comes to crafting tools and armor, it should be simple for the player, and that's how it's always been in Minecraft. It's always been the armor compromising of one just all around ore or material, and it's never been anything else unless it comes, and when it comes to like the more intricate, more complex items in Minecraft, then you can use other items to craft it with. But I just feel like with armor, it would just be weird, and it would just feel, I don't know, it would feel like that kind of armor that would be fun and cool to craft, But there's really no point if you can find it on mobs already and you could use it, but it's just such a useless, like, armor set. Like, you would obviously choose to pick iron. I mean, it would be the same thing with, like, any other armor set. You would always go with iron because it's kind of an easy material to find, and that's what everybody would probably go for when starting out in Minecraft. Yeah, you would probably choose leather or gold or some other material to craft your armor, but when you start in the game, you immediately start mining. You go for the wood, and then you start with your crafting table, and then you start making your tools. And that's when you actually start to mine in caves. And then you can find coal, and then you can find iron, and then you can smelt the iron, and then you can make your armor set. But then when it comes to if there was a possibility that you could make chainmail, I feel like it would be a little bit, waste of time if you want to go and find coal and more iron. I mean, yeah, you prove a good point, but I really don't see any point in adding chainmail into the craftable list in Minecraft.
I also don't see a point, but I think it's fun. And it's like, it's the same with gold. Like, when's the last time you've crafted gold armor?
Never have crafted gold armor because it's so useless. And there's really no point in having it because it's really breakable. Same thing with tools. I mean, who mines with the golden pickaxe?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Unless you enchant it. But I just feel like iron is a little bit more easier to find.
And isn't gold stronger than iron?
Technically speaking, yes,
So
but in Minecraft...
if you enchant gold with mending, like a gold sword with mending, that sword will never break. You see my point?
Yeah.
So I think that there's potential for this. I think that if you just put iron, you put the iron where you would normally make a chest plate or boots or whatever, and then you put coal with it, you can make chainmail. But I think in order for this to be useful and added to the game, I think they need to make chainmail special. Like, I think there needs to be something special about it. Like, pumpkin, if you wear a pumpkin as a head, Endermen won't see you staring at them. I think it should be the same thing, like, a certain mob, just, you're invisible to them, or they...
Or,
something.
like, invulnerable. I see what you mean.
Or, like, it's a one-off, like, it is, like, it almost never breaks. Its lifespan is super long, but it's weaker than iron. It's stronger than leather, but weaker than iron, but it lasts forever. It's like the opposite of gold. And I think that if the gold is a one-way trade-off, I think we need, or I at least personally want one that is the other way around, where it lasts long, but isn't as strong.
Yeah. I could see that, but with adding something like a new, accessible armor set, like chainmail, into the game, obviously you can access it through, like, killing mobs and stuff, and you'd have to obviously repair it since you would get it at a really low. It would just be, like, really breakable at that point. But, I feel like if you would add a certain aspect to something like chainmail, it would be such a special armor. It would just make it seem, like, absolutely special, and just, like, with elements such as, like, lifespan and, like, invulnerability to something such as a mob or an element in Minecraft, such as different biomes and stuff like that, or it affect your health or affect your hunger. I feel like it would make the other armor seem ununique, and it would just take away the purpose of, just crafting a normal armor set. Like, it just doesn't seem fun anymore because you want the fun and special chainmail, and you don't want to use iron because it's just an iron armor set and it doesn't do anything special. And I feel like chainmail might be overused. I mean, you can't really say something is overused in Minecraft because you can do whatever you want, basically. But I feel like that would be a cool aspect to add on to the game. Definitely as it stands now, since there hasn't been anything much regarding tools or weapons. That would be cool, but I feel like there wouldn't be much of a point. It's just adding on unnecessary elements to the game when we obviously have more things at hand that need to be attended to and that need more attention. So I think when it comes to armor sets, things like that should be held off from. I feel like one thing that should be accessible, though, is emerald weapons or emerald armor.
Yes, I 100% think.
Yeah, because I think it's just kind of pointless because you only use it for buying stuff and trading. And it's just a form of currency. I could see why, but at the same time, I feel like you should be able to make something else out of it. I mean, I think you can. Can you use it for a beacon?
I think if you have emerald blocks, it can make a beacon even more powerful.
Yeah. I just feel like it should serve more of a purpose. I think diamond should still remain the most powerful, I would say, ore to craft weapons and armor.
See, I disagree, actually. I want emerald to become the most I want emerald to become armor and tools and become the most powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's so rare and special, I think I want something else to be used to trade for villagers, and I want emeralds to be a purely mining thing, like a pure mining experience. So it's so rare, but when you finally find it, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so powerful.
Mm-hmm. But should you use the same amount of emerald ore as you would for any other armor set or like a tool, just because it's so rare? I mean, it would be like a lot of time taken out of playing just to find emeralds. I mean, for crying out loud, if you use a strategy like you do, going in
strip mining.
Exactly. I've strip mined a couple times and it just doesn't work for me. I might be doing something wrong, but it really works for you. Because,
it doesn't work for noobs.
Well, thanks. Well, I'm sorry if I'm not a Minecraft god. I mean, I'm doing this podcast.
You're a Minecraft building god.
I'm in the making. I'm clearly I'm just mid-rookie. Thank you. But I do feel like, yeah, emerald should be included when it comes to armor and tools. But when it comes to, like, power, I am kind of on the fence of it being the most powerful and second most powerful. Now, on a scientific standpoint, is emerald more powerful than diamond? Because diamond is technically unbreakable in real life. I mean, obviously Minecraft isn't scientifically correct, but it does have some small aspects about the game that are surprisingly correct. Yeah. The thing with the sunflowers facing the sun, because they actually do. And it's cool. And like,
wait, they do in Minecraft?
Yeah, you never noticed that?
Bro.
Yeah, I've been like walking and like all the sunflowers are facing like one way and they're facing the sun, and it's really cool. And just small like things like that, I feel like would be really nice to add onto the game, and I feel like there should be more of that. Even though a lot of time and coding goes into Minecraft, I feel like it would just make Minecraft a more enjoyable experience. Mm-hmm. But I do miss the times when Minecraft was a little bit more simplistic, and you could just do a couple things, and that would just be enough to satisfy your 10-year-old little mind.
Exactly.
But now that everybody's like older and everybody's like back into Minecraft, and now it's like a huge thing. Now, Mojang is going to have to probably start pouring out some more ideas so it can satisfy us more. Obviously.
Cave updates!
I agree, honestly. And I'm just getting back into Minecraft as well, since everybody else started playing.
Bro, I've been back in Minecraft for like 4 months.
I know you have. And it's kind of sad, but, you know, you gotta stay on the daily
grind.
Daily Minecraft grind, you know. But, yeah, just, I know, like, small aspects about it should be added. Cave ambiance should never have been added. Never have been added. But I like the small little things when there's water above you, whether it be like underground or in a house. Water drips from the ceiling, and I think that is honestly really cool. Definitely more mobs should be a part of the game. Perhaps more animals. A diversity amongst wolves.
Different kinds of dogs.
Definitely.
I think they should add one more land mob, and I think they should add cave exclusive mobs.
Permanently remove phantoms.
I was just about to say that. Permanently remove phantoms.
So annoying.
I think the drowned should only be around the underwater monuments and not in all water.
Yeah, I feel like it does get a little bit annoying sometimes, especially when you're looking for stuff like kelp, or you're looking for sand,
or you're looking for
clay.
Just little fishies to have a little cat around in your house.
I know you get annoyed with that, and I apologize.
So just fix some things. And I know that ostriches are coming in to Minecraft, and another kind of animal that I forget.
Foxes are eventually going to be added just because they're already out.
They already are added.
I never see them on PlayStation.
I never see them either, but PewDiePie found some, so...
because he plays on a PC.
Is it only on PC?
They're more common on PC. I've never seen one on console,
Neither have I.
Because they're not added, I don't believe.
Damn.
I'm kind of mad about that. Definitely need something for the savannah, though. The savannah biome is just boring at this point.
Yeah.
There's, like, nothing there. But obviously ostriches are going to be added there, hopefully. And not, like, they're probably going to be a little bit in the desert. But I feel like there should be, like, small little animals, too, like frogs, maybe like some lizards.
Yeah.
I feel like snakes would be cool, but it would just be like too much when it comes to like animating.
Yeah.
And things like that.
I agree. But the biggest animal update I want is just diversity in wolves. Because, come on, they added a diversity in cats before they did wolves, which I think is kind of crazy because more people care about wolves than cats.
Yeah. Just saying. Sorry, cat lovers, but it's just a fact, and you can't deny it.
Well, I'm equal on the subject, so I won't put in my opinion. I think they're both equally cute and adorable and lovable.
I just prefer dogs. Because they're more useful when you're out hunting or trying to protect something. The only thing cats are really used for is looking adorable and warding off creepers.
True. Well, in Minecraft, dogs are superior, but I'm talking about in real life.
I mean, yeah, but if somebody broke into your house, do you really think your cat would rip off all of their limbs and
I think the cat would scare them away simply by their death stare.
Or the fact that they aren't declawed. That's what scares me about a cat.
My cat's not declawed. He's a bad boy.
Remind me.
He's a bad boy. Gonna hurt you.
Alright, that's it for today's podcast.
Wait, okay, so original question. Should emeralds be stronger than diamonds? We still haven't.
I'm on the fence about that. I don't know.
I really want it to be stronger than diamond just because I just think it'd be super cool. But beyond that, chainmail. Do I think it needs to be added? No. But I think it'd be cool, and I agree with the fact that it should not have anything special. Like, when I originally thought of it having something special to it, I was thinking, like, oh, maybe skeletons can't see you, but at the same time, that would make it more just like, oh, why get this armor when you can just craft chainmail for basically what iron costs and then get extra. But I wish it would just be the opposite trade-off that gold has. It lasts forever, but it's not that strong. Mm-hmm. And so the question is, do I know how to craft chainmail? I think I have a reasonable answer, but should chainmail exist? I think Boons is still on the fence. Are you still on the fence if chainmail should exist, or do you have?
I don't know, but since it's already accessible, kind of rarely, I'm not sure. I just feel like it would just be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. if you're really gonna add something like that into the game, you would think that it is craftable. But I can see why, because you wouldn't really know what to craft it out of, because armor is just one solid or material.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not really sure on that. I feel like maybe no, just because it would be overused.
Yeah.
Like that, and having a special aspect about it would just make it so unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you would have to do the unique thing with every single armor, and then it would just be kind of, I don't know, unfair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Like covering chainmail. I mean, I'm satisfied with the armor as is, but when it comes to ores, definitely think emerald should be used for crafting, not just emerald blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it would be a very useful item to make tools and armor.
I agree.
Not just trading, because usually villagers don't really have anything good to trade, and then like if you want something really bad, they put them at such a high price. For example, I mean, if you do have a villager that's at a really low level, they will charge you higher versus when they're at a higher level. Because I have seen like villagers I wanted a name tag before, but it costs literally 16 to 20 emeralds, and like emeralds are difficult to find unless you have a lot of people playing with you on your server or world.
Not to brag, but I have over a stack of emeralds on one of my worlds because I'm just a master trader. But go ahead.
You really want to flex on me like that, considering PewDiePie probably has an entire chest or two filled with emeralds?
Okay, shh. We're not talking about PewDiePie. He's too god for us. Continue.
Exactly. But yeah, I partially agree with you, but partially disagree when it comes to emeralds and chainmail. But that's my opinion, and I guess it's up to stupid Mojang to decide for themselves, because
Mojang doesn't own Minecraft anymore.
That's correct. Microsoft does.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think that I'm not content with the armor we have. I desperately want emerald to be added. So if they're gonna add armor, don't make chainmail craftable. Just make emerald.
Just go straight to emerald.
And I
feel like a lot of people agree on that, because when they finally added, not finally, but when they did add emeralds, I was like, wow, can you use this to make things? And you're like, no, you can only trade them. Like, I don't trade. Like, when I play Minecraft, I just love to mine and build. I'm simplistic like that, and I don't need anything. But I feel like trading is just another thing that's added onto the game for fun, and it just makes some materials more easier to access, and like things that you wouldn't normally be able to get, and it would be easier to just get from traders, like saddles, name tags, things that you'd have to like go out and use materials and resources just to go and get.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what I have to say when it comes to that kind of stuff. But definitely when it comes to adding things onto Minecraft, cave updates.
Because
they're just so boring right now.
They're so boring.
The only thing that's down there is mine shafts.
Exactly. And those are
stupid.
I don't even care about those anymore, really.
Me neither. You can find a chest or two maybe down there.
And maybe a name tag.
Right,
but that's it. So...
I mean, dungeons are cool.
Yeah. And basically, I think the main reason you can't craft chainmail is because same thing with saddles, same thing with name tags. They want to keep it exclusive to mine shafts or dungeons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly content with that.
Yeah.
And the emerald thing, because it's so rare to mine, like, you might
just be hard.
Yeah. And like when I see an emerald in the mine, I'm not even excited. But if you make it into craftable armor and tools, you will get so excited to see it.
Same thing with diamonds.
Yes.
You've played it, like, let's say somebody has played Minecraft ever since its release. They would still get excited about finding diamonds.
Exactly.
Even though they've probably found it over 100 times while playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because it's still something that gets you excited, and like something that's so rare and hard to find. And you finally have this sense of accomplishment. Like, wow, I actually did this, and I can craft some cool diamond armor so I can look snazzy, bro.
Yeah. Like in my main Minecraft world, I have I have exactly 70 diamonds plus all the tools and stuff. But I still get excited when I see diamond, because I spend so long trying to find it, and when I finally do, it's like I can use this for stuff. So, conclusion: Chainmail is technically craftable, but also technically not. I don't care if it ever becomes craftable. I'm fine with it being a rare, exclusive, useless thing. Emerald, on the other hand, needs to be added to armor and tools, and I think villagers need to trade something else.
Exactly. I also agree with that. I also do like the thing about like living, like you can actually change the villagers like
Like profession?
Yeah, their profession. You can also level them up and stuff if you trade with them a lot.
Yeah,
Which I think is cool.
I agree.
So, like, finding zombie villagers, I used to think it was pointless, but you could actually just, like, kidnap one of those things and you can use it as your personal trader and you can make it whatever you want. And you can trade basically whatever you want.
Find 2 of them, mate them, and boom. You have a huge village in your house. I'm sorry for spoiling this, like PewDiePie does.
Bro, he has a village in his house?
Well, it's more like a slaver chamber. A slaver chamber.
Actually,
a slave chamber, but you'll see. Anyways.
He invited me over to his slaver chamber.
He invited me over to his Dude, can you come over? No. Slaver chamber. Fast.
Approaching at rapid speed.
Oh my god. Yeah. And so, because the same thing, the importance of being excited to find an ore. If you're able to trade emeralds with villagers while you can craft them into tools and armor, it'll eventually become, once again, not exciting. Because you usually only find one singular piece, and I, like I said, have over a stack after trading so much that it would still become useless. So either find something else that is already existing or just add a simple item that is not an ore.
Definitely.
And yeah, I think Microsoft should hire us, dude.
Bro. PewDiePie, you already know this, but he said in one of his videos that he had a job application, he'd sent it to Mojang before
it was popular.
Yeah, and they were like, nah, lamau. Bro, if PewDiePie worked with Mojang and then eventually, like, yeeted over to Microsoft, bro, Minecraft would be a whole nother ball game.
And I'm positive that it would be for the better.
I 100% agree. Like, we're talking about this as if it's, like, in a serious sense, and it is, but, like, PewDiePie plays Minecraft just, like, you know, for the fun of it, but, like, Minecraft changed humanity for the better, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right.
If Minecraft didn't exist, I don't know if I would exist.
Low-key saying.
Low-key, high-key?
Low-key, high-key, Mickey, side-key, car keys, house keys.
Keys to my slaver chamber. Retro laser.
Oh my god.
Want to come to my slaver chamber?
I would.
My slaver chamber's always open.
I'm gonna be there 24/7, baby.
I cool. I could be. Okay, I'm about to head out. Okay.
Well, I have to pee, and we answered a Minecraft mystery and a Minecraft non-mystery.
Yeah, we just kind of rambled on about whatever, so I guess we'll be doing this in any other upcoming podcast, potentially, if we can dish out some content for you 2 people that are listening that are probably going to be us later.
Yeah, probably. So I expected this to be like not even 10 minutes, and it's almost a half hour, and I have to pee, so bye.